Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to another episode of The Young Farmer, and welcome back to the yard. We haven't been here for a while. We've been over at Charwell, but we're cracking along. It's early in the morning, it's about 7:30. I'm loading up the trailers because the lads are going to be taking away a couple of loads to the BGA this morning before they do anything else. So just getting this all loaded up. We are in desperate need of some storage space back on our yard, so we're hoping to try and get this first bay emptied sooner rather than later, which is why we've got the Joystick trailer on the T7 as well, and we've got a lot that we want to try and get cleared out here today. But there's a lot happening. As you can see there, we've got drills parked back in the sheds, we've got the combine here still, we've got the sprayer on my action now as well, so workloads are picking up. The sprayers are both in the yard today because it has been just a little bit breezy of late. High winds yesterday meant that whilst it's good to dry out the ground so we could actually travel that bit better, we haven't been able to get on because it's just been too windy. So we're hoping that that's going to change later on this afternoon. We're going to have a look-see and I'm going to get out there. There's a little bit of work. Oh, this load should probably be squared up a little bit. There's a little bit of an issue for some folks out there with oilseed rape, but those few who did establish oilseed rape, it's getting hammered a little bit, so we're going to go in and take a look at that. We have got some post-emergent to put down there and some fungicide to put down on a little bit of winter barley as well, so hopefully we'll get that done today, if not tomorrow. One of the sprayers are going to be heading back over to the estate as well, just to kind of get that work all taken care of. That's a tidy looking stack, that'll do. But yeah, first things first though, we've got these two tractors to load up here with the case. And then we're actually this morning, we're going to go and do something a little bit different. I've got the Arian parked around the corner there with a skid steer on that we've leased, or we've hired for the day. And we're going to get a few little bits and pieces done with that. Let's just leave you here for a minute. So as you can see though, it's quite a nice pairing here. The Cavernaland 36 meter trailed sprayer is on the 830. I'm going to go out and make sure that's all working today. Get everything kind of dialed in with that one, so we'll see how we get on. But we just need to strap you down, perfect, and then we'll probably just kick this back a few feet. Bring in the, we can't get too many bales on the Joystick there, but what we can get is just going to help us kind of get ahead of the game here. In the absence of having like an Arctic or a lorry of any description there, just getting a few extra on the day is never a bad thing. That'll do us there. Perfect. And yeah, as you can see, we're starting to slowly kind of eat our way into here. The drilling has been done. Both of my drills need to be kind of just checked over for the winter and serviced off there and greased up and kind of get an order list going for any wearing metal that needs to be changed before the spring work comes in. It's going to be a little bit of spring drilling, not too much. Same goes for this cultivator behind. Just wearing points really, that's all we're going to be looking at on that one. But like I say, they must be changed, and it's part of maintaining that you got a good fleet with you, keeping everything serviced and up to date. Now this pillar means that we've got to be a little bit careful when we get these out. Added risk of having the combine parked right next to where I've got 6 high bales of straw, but hey ho. We'll just come back around and get that. We are looking good. Groundwork was pulling halt because we had an excessive amount of rain over here recently, so we were doing a few odd little jobs really. Rain seems to have stopped, but there's nothing on the forecast for the next little while. That's why the yard's still full of tractors, because the boys haven't come back in yet. We're giving them a bit of a slower start these days, just to kind of recoup and rest up there really. So they'll be I don't know where she goes. They'll be coming in the next hour. So if I get these loaded up there, they know they're going straight off to the BJ anyway, and then I can leave them to it really. Let's leave that guy there. Okay. We're just going to jump back on in. This one's not going to take too many bales, as I mentioned there, but we just kind of get it all taken care of anyway there. Nice sized trailer really for that T6 there. They can't pull the bigger the bigger flatbed of the Broen, but you know, if we've got a bigger, heavier trailer there, we might as well use it. And I'll give Chris something to do, because Chris is going to be taking out the self-propelled for a little bit whilst I get the action dialed in. So we'll let him do that. He does have a little spray knowledge. He does have his PA4 as well, so he should be good to go there. Ooh, there's a pillar right behind me. Let's not hit that one. There we go. Perfect. That'll do it. So how you all doing anyway? I hope you're all keeping very well. Do let me know down below what you're getting on with. How it's all going for you weather-wise as well. If you're having the same inconsistencies that we are, really kind of delaying progress on a grand scale. But yeah, we're fortunate enough that we do have things like the straw work here that we can keep the tractors rolling with. Really, I'm still trying to in and ahhing over whether or not it makes financial sense for me to go for a lorry. There's a lot of additional expense to think about when you're reviewing that. Things such as the servicing, the insurance, the tax, all that kind of thing adds on an awful lot more. Licensing for somebody, because I don't have an HGV license at the moment. So we'd have to see, but it would extend our reach quite significantly, that's for sure, if we did have one. Alright then, but yeah, everything else is looking good. I keep finding a problem where I can't keep my yard empty. You know, I keep filling it up with things, and I build another shed and it gets refilled again. I'm actually toying with the idea. I'm pricing up another shed already, can you believe? I don't know where it's gonna go or how we're gonna manage to fit that in. I could also have a bit of a word with the estate owners to see if I can park things over there for the winter, but it's getting a little bit full over here. But I don't know. It's certainly gonna be the most cost-effective way if I can manage to store things over there, because we're just struggling a little bit here for space. But I guess that's part of, you know, a growing business there that I have been lucky enough to be able to be in a position to add a lot of equipment, and so it's part of the battle really, I suppose. We'll get this lot squared up in a minute. Oh. And what we're going to do is just kind of tidy up this one right about here. It came from the layer up at the top even. Oh, it's really fallen down. Okay. What I'm gonna do is just stick these guys back up here out of the way for now. What I think I'm going to do is try and take these left and right rows really out of here. I think that's going to be the best way, just to give us some more space to get things under cover. So we'll take these ones. What's great about being able to store this all under cover really, you can see just by the color of the straw that it's still very nice and dry. When it was stored away there, we did very well to get it in before the rains came, so that does really reflect in the moisture of the straw, which the BJ will really enjoy, and hopefully means that I get a bit of a premium on the delivery. But we'll find out when I get the tickets back for it all. Alright, so we're gonna just give that a bit more of a push. Give it a bit of a tap on that far end there just to make sure it's on a bit squarer. It's sticking off just a little bit. Okay. Alright, let's get that one strapped down, and these guys are ready to go. They should be in within the next hour or so. We're not going to be here. We're going to skedaddle off to our next little gig, which it's going to be a bit tidying up really. It's back to that landscaping job we were at previously. Back here. Okay, and then when they get back there, they can also look at getting that all loaded up as well. But yeah, we're looking good. I do want to. We're just going to strap this guy down. just going to kick that back into that space a little bit. I might even bring the... I will leave the sprayer out where it is, but I want self-propel that to stay out outside overnight last night, which I wasn't too thrilled about, but just really running out of areas undercover, so we'll get that put away when we're finished later on. Put you back a touch. Alright, job done. There's a little bit of money on 2 trailers there. That'll get taken away later on. But what we're going to do is we're going to just walk around the corner here where we have our little hired in skid steer. We hired in the trailer to put it on as well there. Picked this up yesterday evening before the local rental place shut down. And yeah, we're going to go and take this away. I've got a chainsaw with me as well. We're going to have a bit of fun in a wood. So let's just jump on in. Taking Anthony's tractor today. The boys, I'm going to start this job. He's not going to get it. I'm not going to get it finished. And he is not coming in today at all. He's going to be back in tomorrow anyway. So he's going to come and take over for me, which means I can get back on with the sprayer when the weather permits. So hopefully it's not going to be too sticky. I guess we'll find out in due time. Yeah, when I get out there, it's just about 8 o'clock now, so we'll get out before. I mean, the roads aren't too busy as it is anyway, but we'll get out before the what traffic that we do have these days appears. We are in a position where it's with everything that's good on the world, the traffic is a lot quieter than it's been in the past there, so we're quite lucky on that respect. So hopefully that will continue. What we're going to do is just creep around this corner. Okay, and up the hill we go. This skid steer is a heavy little lump. We just got the grab on the back there, which is going to be, to start with, clearing down some trees. There's a few different things that the owner wants to look into doing, so we're going to just kind of tidy up some of the trees in there first of all, and then the rest of it we can kind of worry about at a later stage there. Just take it bit by bit, really. Coming through. As you can see, the leaves on the trees are really starting to turn colour all of a sudden. We are fastly progressing through autumn now. Should start to see some crops emerging through. Some of the drilled ground around here recently should be through in the next week or so. We did quite a lot of drilling around here this year, which was good. Combining here and the estate over at Sharwell there, we've done thereabouts 1,100 acres, I think, all in now, which is wonderful news. That really is. It's probably going to be about, I know of, maybe 200-300 acres, I think, to go in the spring. Now we'll see, that number might change, of course, but that's what it's kind of penciled in to be right now. So yeah, we're gonna get hopefully busy in the spring as well, weather permitting. Which means that come harvest time, yeah, it's going to be even busier. All right then. Today we're going to spend half a day down there. That's pretty much going to be it for us today. A little bit of playing. I'm not doing too much spraying today. I'm just making sure that the iron is all dialed in and making sure that everything looks like it's going to work properly, and we have our calibration done. So once that is all set, then I'll be good to go there. We've only got about 12 acres to do in one particular field today, and then we'll get really flying along tomorrow. The weather's even better tomorrow for spraying, and then we'll be good. You look at the potholes here, they're just continuing to get bigger and bigger and bigger with no one looking to kind of get this all sorted out. So I don't know what the deal is there. Hopefully they'll get onto it soon. We are coming up, the site is along the right hand side here, so we're going to pull in and then we'll start wielding the chainsaw and see what we can get up to here. But yeah, ultimately all I'm going to be doing to start with is knocking trees down, cutting them into about 4 meter lengths or so, and then we'll try and get some sort of stack going out the way. Make it nice and tidy, really. I don't know what they're not going to sell. I don't know what they're doing with the timber that we chopped down, but that is obviously up to them. We haven't sorted out the track yet. The decision was made to kind of leave this until the very end because we're going to be coming in and out more and more anyway, so it's going to make it that bit worse. So we might as well let it get to its worst state before we repair it, I think. But I am going to... I'm just going to pull this into here for now. Excellent. So I'm going to start over that side actually. But we're going to just put this here, handbrake on. Nice little low loader trailer. Works very well for this. Okay. And so we're gonna go and have a little bit of fun with this and see what trouble we can get ourselves into, really, I reckon. Okay, fire it up. Doesn't sound like it has a lot of grunt to it, but when you start to use it, it is potent. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're just gonna actually pull this up. We need to go and fell some trees first of all, and then we can get them all kind of lined up and sort of taken care of first of all. So we'll just leave this about here, I reckon. And let's see what we can get ourselves into. So you'll remember when we were in here last week, we did fell one tree down there. We're gonna have a few more to go. We're gonna keep like a little bit of a patch of trees in the middle there, but we're gonna try to fell a little path all the way around the outside. So next one up is gonna be this fella here. Alright then, so that's tree number one felled. We're going to just do this in stages, I think. We're going to tie this one up first because there's quite a few different bits and we need to figure all that out there. I know it's going to be a long old morning. So we're just going to do this first one anyway, and then we'll see how we get on. And mainly as well, I wish we're going to have a play in this new little this hired skid steer, really. So we're going to head over here. Last time I drove a skid steer was a long time ago there, and it was nowhere near as modern as this. It was, considering it didn't have two nice electronic joysticks like this to use, it was a lot rougher, but times have changed really. What we're going to try and do is pick up this big old brute here first. Let's try this time. Do I have it? Do I have it? I have it. Yes. Perfect. I need to find somewhere I can stack these where they're not going to immediately roll down the hill on me. Yeah, where they're a little bit more accessible when we need to get these carted out, if that is going to be the case. Okay, go through here. They're between about 4 and 6 meters in length at the moment, depending, which was fine by the owner's request, so that's all good. What it does mean is, though, a little bit fiddly to try and get through certain spots, so we just have to swing around there. And that's where our pile's going to be. So what we're going to do is just continue to get this all cleared up here. We should make some nice little progress throughout the course of the morning. And then as soon as I'm able to, it's back out onto the spraying jobs, I think. But we're going to leave it here for now anyway, so I hope you have enjoyed this. Just a little bit more of an early morning update, really, to bring you all up to speed with what is going on. I have been Andy, your young farmer. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you haven't, you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who hosts everything as always, and we will see you all in the next one. So until then, have yourself a great day, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we will see you later.